take your boys bones away. When they take your boys bones away. Teaching us lies, preaching us fear. Oh, my child said the end is near. Now, widows, don't you cry, 'cause all God's children one day gotta die. Well, they one day gotta die. Everybody's American dream, soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow them all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. But in the end we'll separate, the rags we wear from the rags we wear.
All right, we're connected. I show that we are good and clear, and volume looks like it's working on our end. Of course, like always, you guys let us know. Make sure that you guys can see and hear us. All right, we're gonna give it a couple minutes. I always say a couple minutes, but it's more like a couple seconds, because then we start talking. We start yapping.
Yep.
Yes. Chris, good to see you.
Hi, Chris.
We're excited to see you and Molly. That's going to be quick and yeah.
Can you guys hear us and see us okay, though?
Brandy, thank you so much. See and hear us just
good.
fine. Chris, yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ralphie.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
I'm going to roll with this one. If you guys don't know who we are, I'm TJ and this is Stephanie, and together we are the Ornery One. We have a little high-dollar vacuum that we carry around with us as well. Hank, our little Frenchie, and we find our home on the road or wherever we may be. We got big news tonight about home and what's fixing to happen with Steph and I. Last 4 years has been very hectic for us with what we're about to talk about, and the big change is coming our way. Nothing major that's going to change in the fact that why you're watching us probably is because of motorcycle content. We're going to continuously always do that. What our move is going to propel us in the right direction to up that, to take some of the pressure off and make it a lot easier mentally, physically, and spiritually for us to grow as the Ornery One and as a loving couple. First off, I want to say our thoughts and prayers are with everyone that are going through the horrible tragedy that's happened in Texas. Hearts go out to you guys. Going to take a minute, give just a little bit of silence for that. And we'll get back to it now. Say the prayers for them down there. Love you, Texas. So we've got a lot to talk about, a lot of ground to cover, and we will be covering a lot of ground in the next couple months here. We're getting geared up to also go to Sturgis for the Sturgis Rally. There at the Buffalo Chip is where you'll find us at Camp Zero. We'll be hanging out at Black Hills Harley Davidson as well with all of our fine sponsors. Thank you guys so much. You know who you are. You guys keep us going. Thank you guys, all of y'all that are tuned in and chiming in right now. I'm almost cussed, but I shouldn't cuss this early in the video. There's a reason if you don't know. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all you Ornery Ass members. You guys have been following us throughout all the sickness that Steph has gone through. Steph is still up against it. We're still working through that. We've got her on her meds. She's doing fairly good. We're still struggling with some of the side effects due to the heart failure, what they found the mass in her breast, and also her thyroid that's giving her a lot of trouble as well. This fall, we will be, if everything works out the way we want, we'll be taking her to the Mayo Clinic to find out exactly what the hell's going on. So a little update on her health. Steph will break it down. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. Of course, I have good days and bad days. I have recently changed my routine. I have moved one of my pills from the nighttime dosage to the morning dosage just to see if it kind of helps with the fatigue, and I think that it has. That's just something that I kind of researched on my own, just thinking maybe it was this one medicine, and sure enough, we think it is, or I think it is. So taking it more in the morning time so that I'm not as tired and fatigued in the mornings whenever I do wake up. So
How many pills are you taking now? Is it 13, 14?
I'm taking 12.
12.
Yeah.
So we're at 12 pills now. We're still fighting with insurance as well. As you guys know, our system for healthcare is fucking broke, as well as our housing is broke. There's a lot that's broke in America. Doesn't matter who's spearheading this ship, guys. They're bureaucrats. They can give two shits about any of this.
Yes.
Just my opinion. But here we are. We're happy, and we're very fortunate to have you guys. And as always, Steph and I are going to take this little bump in the road, and we're just going to make a launching ramp for us so we can blast off.
Really quickly, JVZ, almost like JVC. Just met you both in New Hampshire at the campground for a few seconds. Hope you guys had a great trip to New Hampshire. Hopefully see you in Sturgis. So that's something else we want to talk about is Sturgis and what.
So is that that's the dude as we was getting an Uber to go meet all the crew?
Possibly.
Possibly. We met a few guys. If I remember right, we just rolled up to Laconia, drove the bus in, checked in at this pretty cool campsite there on the lake. But we weren't supposed to have Hank. It didn't say that when we were checking in online. So we were actually hiding away Hank, getting the Uber, going down to the Weirs to check out everybody and then meet up with all of our peoples, Chromeworks, and hang out. And we got to talk to you for a couple seconds. I apologize for the timing there. Kind of caught me off guard. And that happens sometimes when Steph and I are out because I know we have somewhat of a following, but Steph and I have no clue to that. We're just... Well, we do, but when we're out, we're just absolutely us all the time. So I think if we're on the strip or we're on the bike or at a rally, like in it, I'm the Ornery One. I know it sounds weird, but if not, I'm just TJ hanging out, which I always am. But when we're down there, then
it's more like
recognize what I should be like. Oh,
well,
hey, man.
I think it's more like you've got your mind in the zone.
Yeah,
and you know that it's content and products and good rides and all this stuff, motorcycle related.
Yeah, we're talking about all the motorcycle.
And then when we're off the motorcycle,
we're like, damn, we gotta hide Hank.
I'm gonna raise some guppies.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of that, you guys can probably see everything that is behind us. We have just about. Yeah, we got tons of banana boxes from our local little store down in town that always puts their boxes outside. Whoever needs free boxes for whatever, you can just come get them. I've cleared them out 2 days.
We need more.
For 2 days now, I've cleared them out. And I went back yesterday and went back today, and they still don't have any banana boxes. So we are looking for some boxes.
Because
I know you guys are all over the place, so you're not here locally where we are, but if you can, call up Home Depot and be like, don't crush your boxes, give them to...
Okay, so this is what's happening. I'll kind of break it down into what's happening in the time set that we have.
Sure, you go for it. You go for it.
I try not to overspeak here.
I do too, but I don't.
It's really fucking hard for us because we're just like an open book, and I talk from my heart.
And none of our live feeds ever have like an outline. Every once in a while, we'll do kind of like a question outline of like if we have a special guest, what questions we want to ask them and stuff. But we never have kind of like a guideline type thing to go by, so we're always all over the place.
So we have 2 weeks. You guys have been so gracious and so helping with staff and everything that we're going through. We have 2 weeks. We're going to shut down our raffles that we have on the orneryone.com. Okay, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We've got some Legend suspension front up there. Somebody's going to get a hell of a deal in there. We got knives by Nick, a sister knife that he made Steph one, and then the raffle off the other one. We also have a Viking bag on there as well. And then we have a couple more items that we'll be placing up there.
Yeah, we are going to wrap those up in 2 weeks because we have more stuff we want to put out there to help raise money for the next Pay It Forward campaign. A couple of leather goods
Yes.
from sweet, sweet, sweet Gypsy Angel. You guys haven't checked out her profile. You guys should.
She's a
Angie, I
sweetheart.
can probably drop it in the comments here, so you guys watch.
So
in the
she's
comments
done
for her
so
link.
well. It's really cool, amazing leather work. She's got this bag that she made for stuff. We actually got to meet her and hang out for. Actually, she helped us over at Pictorial Harley Davidson when they were doing the Iron in the Ozarks. We emceed that, so we appreciate you with your leather work there, and we're going to be talking more about that. I'm going to tell you what we're up against here pretty soon in the conversation.
Yep.
And what's really driving us in the direction we're going and how it's happening. So we live on a piece of property that was my family's. It just doesn't work out always with family. You know how that is. So we've been navigating through legal situations, and we've got it down now where we're going to move. So we are on a time restraint because once you're on a property with other people, they want you off the land. You know, because so what they're going to do is buy us out. Now, when I say buy us out, it sounds like a big chunk of money, but it is not. We live in a 16 by 40 Dirksen storage building, and then she's got a little Dirksen storage building for a little shop, and we have our other shit, you know. So within the time that we said, okay, let's go, we have 90 days to get off of this land, which we're already 2 weeks into it yet. We haven't received our money yet, or our settlement on that. So we're really up against it. Plus, we have to go to Sturgis. We'll be out there for almost 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks. Within 90 days, we have to be off here. I don't know what happens, but we get to take our tiny house in our little building. But in all that, within that time period, with the little bit of amount of money that we're getting, we have to find a piece of land and move everything.
Yeah, and so we have found a piece of property, and we have it probably 80% secured. The owner of the property knows what we're up against and is familiar with the process. So he's going to help us. He's being patient with us, and it is in Northwest Arkansas, so we're not moving very far away from where we're at now. But we are going to be
Seems like a
closer.
long ways when you're moving all this shit and you got 90 days, man.
Yeah, it's going to be closer to the bike nights in Northwest Arkansas, closer to Hill City Rumble. It's going to be closer to Pictorial Harley Davidson. All of that. So it's a good change for us. It's a good chapter. It's a chapter that we've been needing. We've been needing it more than we actually realized that we needed it. So it's going to be a good next step, and I'm excited.
It's fucked up.
I'm excited.
It's fucked up.
Kind of
I mean, I'll just be honest. Fucked up how this all happened. But anyway,
we have to.
It is what it is, and here we go, guys. So we have had our noses to the grindstone and trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And we were, and you probably heard us if you follow us enough and you know us well enough. We thought about just putting the money that we were getting into account and just staying on the road and work it out and find a good deal. But with saying that, I didn't have any place to go with our buildings, so we didn't know what we were going to do there. And then, in my mind, Steph was kind of okay with that, but I'm worried about health issues with her. Make sure she's comfortable and making sure she's mentally stable and give her that stability that I need and you need as well. And in the moments that we're fixing to go through again with your health.
Yeah, there's probably, that saying that there was that option and it was going to be just fine. But the more we thought about it and the more we got closer to it, our schoolie does not have the shower and toilet done yet. The black water and gray water tanks done. We're not done with that part of it. So if we had those done, it'd be a lot easier to live in the school bus for a time period, say months and months back to back, than it is when we get down to it. We're like, oh shit, we can't even take shit. So
we did toy around with that stuff, but once again, we have our building. There was a moment there where we thought that they were going to keep our building. They weren't going to let us have it.
And this type of case in the state of Arkansas is one of the very first ones. It was
Always. We
it
need
was-
a Netflix series of our fucking life.
it was a piece of property where 4 people were actually listed on the deed, and by law, the person who files the lawsuit first, the opponent, which would be the defendant, gets the opportunity to buy out the land from everyone. That's your opportunity to go first. We denied it because we didn't have that chunk of change. And then it goes to the plaintiff. If the plaintiff wants to buy it all out, then you could buy it all out. And then if they decline, then the courts force it to be sold or listed and sold. And that is what happened.
Kind
So,
of.
kind of, yeah.
They kind of went around it in a different way where it really didn't get listed right.
But all in all, we are very happy. We get our quarter piece, and we get to walk away and start a new chapter that we've been eager to do. And
But
it's going to be
let's put it on a pause.
breath of fresh air.
So this is the dramatic part, the timing.
Yes.
Okay, his timing is never right, but we have to do Sturgis.
We have to do Sturgis.
And I'm going to tell you why.
And it's
because
not like,
that's our job.
oh, you
and
got to go to Sturgis because it's the best motorcycle rally ever.
We're working. So this is a big piece. Plus, we're very obligated to do what we're doing here. And
I still want to keep our job and keep our income that we do have coming in.
I remember there was someone in my family one time was very irate at me and yelling at me. And they just couldn't understand why I didn't have a family job.
Yeah.
They said that what we did was not a family job. I don't know what that is, but so the dramatic part of this, and we're going to start talking more about this, so you're going to see some posts about us being like, what the fuck? And then I'm just going to break it down. So we are moving 60 miles away.
Yep.
Okay, ish. West.
Yep.
Okay, so we have to navigate timing of everything. 90 days to get off. Two weeks have already been passed. We still haven't got our money yet from the courts. Okay, so we're going through stuff. We have 3 weeks till we go to Sturgis. We get back as fast as we can. We have 1 week left. In the meantime, we have to move this building over there on that land, move her building over there on that land, move all of our stuff out, find a storage building, I'm guessing, put it over there. In the meantime of doing that, we have to drop power. We have to get water meter. We have to dig a septic because we are buying 1 acre of land that is just ground because we can't afford anything else. If you guys have ever looked at land in northwest Arkansas, it's bullshit high. I could go over the line and go to Oklahoma and get twice as much for what we're getting. But for what we're doing, we're staying in Arkansas because we are Arkansas. And we don't want to leave
in the Ozark
Arkansas.
Mountains.
Although as hard as it is sometimes, we're going to stay here. We are the poor state for a reason.
Yeah, Arkansas is pretty poor, but then again, it's coming up, and it's a very nice vacation area. If you've never been to the Ozarks, definitely come here. But speaking of all that, it is 1 acre. There is 1 acre that he has behind this acreage that we would like to buy. He will have it for sale, and he is going to give us first dibs. It's just how much money we're going to get because that's still an unknown. We have a ballpark. But the amount of money that we're going to get from the courts, it's going to be in a 1031 exchange. We got to go through all that process.
Well, that pretty much spilled the beans if anybody knows what that is.
Well,
Kinda.
yeah.
Which I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it doesn't. I mean, it's a lawsuit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so whenever you sell a piece of property and you get that money, you are taxed on it unless you buy another piece of property to replace it. So it's called in-like exchange.
That's what it is.
If you do that, then you're not taxed that money. So Uncle Sam is there for you and is there for you to take his share of it also. But anyways, what I was going to say is it is just 1 acre. It has water and electric at the property line at the road. But the acreage, the acre is flat and already dirt work done. It's flat, good building
There's no dirt work
area.
done, honey.
It's already done.
There's no dirt work done.
No, there's
No,
it's already
too
like
good.
it's already
just
been bulldozed. Everything's
No,
flat. Trees.
It was just a field.
Okay, forget.
So
whatever I just said.
it's a grown up field.
Yes.
So we have to brush hog that off, and then
If you look at the aerial map, it looks like it's been bulldozed. It's just like dirt I guess is what I was trying to get at. But
It's black
it's already
area.
cleared.
There
How
we
about
go.
that? It's already cleared.
It was a field, grown-up field.
Okay.
So I'd say it was a pasture.
Okay. Well, the pasture is already cleared. Whatever is moved is moved. Um, anyways, but we could find some property that was a lot less than this piece, but it was all grown up and had trees and all. We don't have the time to clear property. We don't have the time. We just don't. So this we are paying.
Well,
a little
I mean,
bit
there's a
extra.
lot more that goes into property. So we're looking at property that is easy to manage really quick. So we have to move our shit in very, very quick. We don't have time to build roads. We don't have time to clear land. We don't have time. We don't have the money. I honestly, at the end of the day, once we get the building moved, purchase the land, get a water meter there, and you know what that all takes is direct burial, PEX, and then direct burial for your power. Get a 200 amp box set, weatherhead, unless they go underground. If you guys know what I'm talking about. And then I think we're going to be broke, so then we may have to wait on the septic tank. So
Yeah.
we may be digging a hole, going red. She always turns red when she gets stressed. So the septic over there, they said could cost $8,000. So
Hank's gonna be for sale. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking.
So that's why you're seeing us like, okay, we're gonna have to, shell off some stuff and come up with some more.
If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you've probably seen yesterday and today I've been posting stuff that's for sale. So if anyone is in the fish business, we have a lot of fish
tanks.
stuff.
I got a 100-gallon tank, 55-gallon tank, 33. I got a 29 with stand. I've got that little mini bike that's brand new that's up for sale.
Got the mini bike.
I have an Evo that it has transmission, everything. Suppose it was running. Bought it from a dude that I knew from school. He actually got killed in a car wreck like a week and a half later, so I never get all the details. He was in a big hurry. I bought it. It was running. He said it's all there though, all together. I'm going to be selling that Evo engine, which really pisses me off because one of these days I'm going to be able to keep some shit. But if you guys are poor as church mouse, you know what I mean. Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
We've got a dog kennel. We've got some bird cages. We used to raise birds. We've raised fish.
I do gigolo service.
Animals, so that's probably where it's all coming from. If you guys are like, how the fuck do you guys have all this fish, bird stuff?
Well, really, I bought the stuff very, very cheap, and I built everything, like the stands and all this. So
something we have not. I know you mentioned your gigolo, cross country gigolo. But,
I just say gigolo service. I didn't tell anybody about my cross gigolo.
Oh, you're cross gigolo in there.
Cross country gigolo.
Country is a very important word in the sentence.
So just call me they.
They. Okay. Well, we have a request for 1 hour alone with you.
Oh yeah.
How much is it going to cost?
I'll probably have to pay you because I need therapy.
Well, it's Jesse, so you guys can both
Jesse.
get therapy.
Buddy, we're going to have some time together. We are going to be at Sturgis. Jesse is Ozark AF, along with his beautiful bride, learning how to ride a motorcycle, Ashley. So you're going to be seeing a lot of us hang out. It goes back. Guys, we've got a lot coming up. You want to stay tuned in. I'm going to be just blasting shit online now. I'm not going to take a lot of time to do the correct post and sell the words and all the tags and shit because I can't spell and it gives me very high anxiety to get on the phone. Social media gives me high anxiety. Actually, they put me on medicine here lately for the high anxiety. Can you believe that? So we are going to start talking about our land. We're going to talk talking about how we're going about things. You're going to see us just go take nothing and make something. We ask you guys just hang on and watch everything play out like it does. But we get back to Sturgis. I am so ready. Now, this is what we're going to have to do. Among all this, we're going to have to flip script, load the bus up. Steph's going to be driving the bus up to Sturgis. I'll be riding a road glide with all my great sponsors, all my Legend suspension, my Mustang seat, my Chrome Works exhaust, Memphis Shades, Custom Dynamic Lighting, KST bars. I'll be riding all that. I'll be hanging out with all them, all the great sponsors there at Black Hills Harley Davidson or down there at JP and Cycle there on the Strip down in Sturgis on Lizelle. So a great opportunity. I know a lot of you guys came and seen us at Laconia, which was fantastic, Ranconia, and we were going to be doing a guided ride up there. We'll just be talking more about that in the next week or so. It's called the Singing Coyote. We raise or we bring people together. We do a ride to that shelter for animals, and we give them food, cat food, dog food. It's really cool. We've done it in the past, and it's really neat. It's a neat little ride. We got a little cool little place that we stop up there and eat, which I love. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Um, the chopper, Maxwell House will be up there. Our mini bikes will be there, so we'll be blasting around. We have some amazing events that we'll be hosting or emceeing.
Yes. So you guys know from last year, these are all going to be kind of the same events. We will be at Camp Zero, but we're not going to be at Camp Zero the entire duration of Sturgis. We do have a couple events at JP Cycles and Black Hills Harley Davidson. And then, of course, like you mentioned, our guided ride. But we'll be heavily involved with the Anarchy Games.
Be seeing it, baby. Sunday,
we know
Games.
Sasha's Rodeo Games is going to be taking place. It's taking place every year there for several now.
That's fun.
It's always fun. Always fun. We also have the Sportster Showdown with Lead Sled and all that crew, JP Cycles. And then the Burnout Competition. That's going to be
fucking insane.
That's going to be fun.
Insane in the membrane. Okay, so all this shit is coming up. Guys, stay tuned. You're going to see me go even grayer. I looked at a picture of myself. Stuff been going through these pictures. Posting pictures and doing things. And look at this gray.
A picture that's on the intro of our live feed.
God. Dang.
Yeah.
That's all stress related.
He's got one area that's still dark.
Hanging on, baby.
I love
Santa
it.
Claus is coming to town.
But, so our goal is next week for our live stream, we are going to have all the details for our ride during Sturgis to the Twin City Animal Shelter that is in Lead, Deadwood, outside of Deadwood, but in Lead, South Dakota. And we're going to have all those ride details. That is going to be sponsored by Mustang Seats. And we've got a bunch of swag that we're going to do. We're going to make up some swag bags for the first, say, however many T-shirts I have. You know, it may be 10, it may be 20. I'm not for sure. I'll have to recount all my shirts.
On top of that, too, we'll be bringing our merch. Yep. So if you want to buy a shirt or something, please get a hold of us. I will sell you my underwear at this point in time.
Yes. And then, yeah, we are desperate in need for, like, some income for some, like, merch sales. Because we have, for me, I kind of know what we're going to anticipate throughout sponsorships all year. But you have to allot that stuff to get you through the entire year. So Sturgis, we're good. But we got to make sure that we can live and eat before Sturgis and after Sturgis. And can't, borrow Peter to pay Paul and then not be able to make it in
So
Sturgis.
You're going to borrow Peter?
Yeah, I'm going to borrow his
You're going to pay Paul with Peter?
Yeah, I will, like, switch out limbs and say, hey, I know I owe you a right foot, but will you take this left one? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, we will have some merch. Let's see what else.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, and then also, Grey Wolf, Michael.
Hey.
You had asked about Sturgis Motorcycle Rally to Four Corners. So that was the original plan. We have Jasmine that lives in Colorado. So our plan was to finish up at Sturgis, head down to her place and stay for a week or so, and then take a couple of extra days to get to Durango, Colorado for the Four Corners Rally. However, we don't think that that's going to happen because
it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I was going to go to Homecoming.
Yes, which is actually next week, I think.
I've got to call Rob. And as we found out today, it's just not going to happen. It's not in the cards. But stop. Think about what we've already done this year.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
We've done a lot already. So we're just going to, we'll be at Sturgis. Four Corners is not going to be able to do that. But once we get back, we get the pressure off us. Doesn't matter where we're going to be down. We got a lot more rallies this year. We're going to be at, we'll be at Born Free, Texas, Rose Canyon. We're going to be going down to Austin No. We're going to be going down to
We're going to go to the Galveston rally. We've never been to Galveston,
Galveston.
before,
Couldn't think of
so we're kind of swapping out one rally for another rally,
Yeah.
which is, in my eyes, all right, because we've been to Four Corners. We have not done Galveston, so I think that's going to be a good swap. And for us, time-wise, logistically, it will make more sense for us.
Been a hell of a year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You tired?
Yeah, ever since last fall, it's been nonstop. This, and oh yeah, you got this, and do this and do this.
Is
and
everybody's
all
life like this? Huh?
Probably.
It's like Grey Wolf. Like a couple years ago, their
Yeah.
house burned.
Yeah.
I mean, they went through
Years.
all that
Yeah.
stuff, you know. And I know a lot of you guys are going through a lot of stuff. We just have a platform where we showcase it. But one thing with saying that, guys, I don't want to be a fake fuck out here and paste a bunch of shit that's just crap. Doesn't mean jack.
Yeah.
It's just we are who we are. We're not. We're not talking about everything that goes on in our life. I'm not saying that, but we do open up quite a bit, and we feel like that's what we should do.
I'm not going to give you my address, but
You
I'm
gotta
tell
be
you
careful.
It's in Northwest Arkansas.
We learned that the hard way. We did that where we live now, when we started shipping merch and stuff like that, and we had people coming to the house. So you'll probably never hear me say where we're actually living coming up. It just doesn't turn out well. I mean, it's odd. So that's something we've had to get used to, but we absolutely love it. The other day, we were in the middle of nowhere at this gas station, which is called Kings River, which this gas station is freaking amazing. The best food there. I ought to show you guys this one of these days. We go in there and eat, and I've had a flare up and hurt my knee. My knee got about that big around the last week and a half, swole up. I deal with some stuff. I'm fine, but I deal with some joint issues, and I couldn't hardly walk. So I wasn't able to do shit. And I go in there, I'm getting better, go to the doctor, feeling better, walking through there. I had to go pee after eating. Steph goes out to get the rig to pull up so I don't have to walk across the parking lot. This lady comes in with these really pretty blue eyes, and she's staring at me over the top of the aisles or short aisles and just kept looking at me. And I was like, wow, I know it can't be my zipper. All she sees is my head. And I'm like walking around. I put my head down. It's making me feel uncomfortable. I look right at her and kind of nod my head, and she grins, and she goes, she kind of gives me a peace sign. She's like, small world. And as she passes, she goes, the Ornery One. And it didn't register with me until I got out of there. You know how weird it was to be out like that. And this gas station is, like I said, I'm just fully in love with this gas station. And the place that we're going over there, where we're moving, we drove around just a tad bit the other day. We looked at 12 different spots to move.
Not all in one day, but
over this last 2 weeks here. 13 different places move over the Ozarks. We even went up in Missouri and looked around there. If you guys don't know, we're right on the border. Branson, Missouri is just like 30 minutes away from our house. So as we're looking through all these different properties, we took a little time nosing around. This place that we're going, we took a little bit more time and went back through there. And I've got to say, driving out our driveway, I would be able to take you guys for a ride in your Mustang, Shelby, in your Corvettes, make me puke.
In your Jeep.
In your Jeep.
Somebody
motorcycle, your trike, whatever it is. I can take you on a ride in 45 minutes. When you get off or get out of your vehicle, you'll be like, shit. And you'll want to go the opposite way so you can get that different view. So I know if you're on the road and you just turn around to go ride it again so you can see the opposite view, that is a good ride. And we're going to have that right in our yard.
Yeah.
I mean, right there. So a lot of shit's coming up.
We may not have a bathroom for you, but we will have
I don't know what's going to happen. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, you may have to dig a hole.
Yeah, I might have to.
But it's going to be great to watch, guys, and we're very fortunate. We're very grateful. And we're staying positive. You guys, if you followed us this year, you know what we've been through with Steph with her heart failure, and how that. And in 2013, I know you guys know this, but 2013 we had a 50-50 chance of making it through a brain tumor. So a lot this year has been for me a lot of triggers. Which, as you can tell, I'm not crying tonight.
I
I'm on meds.
know. He did get.
I'm on fucking meds.
He
I
did.
mean, I had to go in the doctor today. I don't know why I tell you guys all this stuff, but if you guys have been around me, I got really high highs or really low lows, bipolar, anxiety, dyslexic, ADD. I've, you know, hip pain, butt pain. So,
Gray Wolf.
Grey Wolf, don't do
Thank
that.
you so much. He said, "Here's a little jingle for your pockets."
I appreciate
We
it.
love
buddy.
you
don't
guys
do
so
that.
much. We miss y'all.
Thank you, buddy. But we're not.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
I do appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. Oh.
Back to your meds.
Anyway, so I go into the doctor and I'm like, God, doc, like I'm really struggling. Like not only am I very, very depressed and sad and starting to close in, my mental health is just a disaster. I mean, and she looked at me and she grinned. Dr. J. She's just like, you're dealing with it like a guy. It's been a few months now. You're going through it. And I said, well, I call it a fallout. So I'm having a fallout, and I've just got super black, like darkest thoughts you'd ever want to think. Controllable, not anything actable, but very depressed and just mentally just fucked up and very. She's yawning.
I'm sorry.
And very scared of the wind blowing, like just not me, not even close. I'm a fucking lion. I'll eat you.
Been through a lot of stress lately, but
I just went from one way to the other, and so whenever I explained this to her, like I started breaking down, she patted me on the back. We did some a DNA swab on us, so
a while back.
We got the results, so we could match up our DNA with medicine that really works. So she went through my chart, and we figured out what may work with me. And she's gave me some meds now that I've started. Not that I feel it now. But, I mean, it's been about a week now. I don't think I feel it.
Yeah, it's been about a week.
But I'm not crying. Usually I get really emotional. I'm able to hold stuff. So you may see a whole new me.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, guys, your mental health, all the dudes out there too, I've dealt with it. I have some family members that deal with it. You guys talk to each other. Don't be afraid to reach out. I have buddies that I'll reach out to. Jesse's on here. Me and Jesse talk a lot. And don't think that happy-go-lucky, cool dude sitting across from you may not be wrestling with a demon that he can't win against. So help them. Talk to them. It's very important. And I've been opening up more about it, especially here lately, because I'm finding it more empowering for me to talk. Our buddy Wayne at Tattoo is over there, Wayne, at the Eyes House there in Fayetteville. That was a good plug, wasn't it? Wayne the tattooer. Talked to him a lot. KP, dude, Kent, I've talked to you. Who's that?
Sorry, I don't want you to forget. I'm pointing at the screen for him so he can make sure he realizes that 2 up on 3s. Thank you so much. He said, see you in Sturgis. Send me or your wife your cash out. I appreciate that, guys.
I don't do that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you guys up there. And I need a damn hug. Steph does too. And I thank you. Not making a lot of this. I do want you guys, though, to think about this stuff. Reach out to your buddies. And the dudes, it's so hard for us to open up and really show emotions because we feel weak. But I don't think that any of us are going to get through this world alive. And
well, everyone has their ways of expressing their stress or frustration, or just so much where all you can do is just sit there and cry. And then about 10, like the other night, I just had a meltdown and then just started crying. And then I was like, I just want you to say, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I agree with you. yes, this does suck or whatever, you know, and then like 10, 15 minutes later, it's like, okay, you're going to do this.
That's
you
it.
know?
Let's get
So-
some chips and watch some Office.
and eat a gummy.
And eat a gummy.
You guys know, some of y'all know that the gummy is our ritual, like every evening routine. I don't know what you call it. Yeah.
Well,
We're trying not to,
I'll talk
you
about
know,
this. I want to talk about this for a minute.
Okay,
let's,
yeah,
let's,
go ahead.
It's a great talking point. Now, and I understand. And there's legal gummies.
This is the old you.
You know,
that just like talks about stuff.
Yeah. So there is. That's good to hear. There is a difference. You can get legal gummies, right? So we're not talking about illegal shit. Okay. So make it clear. It gets me though how used to I may come home and drink 6-pack to relax. Wow, that's shit, dude. That's crap. I just eat a little gummy now and I relax and it takes some anxiety away. I'm not taking in all those carbs. I'm not taking all that shit that breaks down. If you guys know how that alcohol breaks down in your system, dude, trust me, I've drunk a buttload. And I'm going to continue to drink.
And I know
But
a buttload about the gospel.
A buttload about the gospels. But send me a piece of that corn.
Sorry.
But, so it's not taking in all those calories too. I'm feeling better. Joints are feeling better, more hydrated, better rest. So
and
you
Arkansas
can say
Arkansas is not actually legal yet for like recreation.
No.
We do have medical marijuana.
But you can't
within
buy a
Arkansas.
gun.
So you can actually go to your doctor or physician and get your card.
But you can't buy a gun.
You have to fill out an application and then they send it off. And
You
then
get strung out on that weed.
But once you
once
you have your AMMA or AMM, whatever it's called, Arkansas Medical Marijuana card, you can no longer buy any new guns. You can keep what you have existing, but you cannot purchase new
whatever
ammunition.
But I have noticed this too. Those gummies, they have different those. And I'm no connoisseur here, but I'm learning that they have health benefits as well that you can get with the gummy. So if I was talking about an elderly person, and I know there's some out there that are struggling with medications, as you can see, I've had to go on medication. But I can tell you this, I would have been a hell of a lot worse, and I may have went to a place I would have never returned if it wasn't for gummies, because it helped me a little bit. They are very cheap, and can't get addicted. Can't overdose. It helps your appetite, which I really needed. And so the thought process in my mind, half the drugs that we call drugs
are rough.
And half the things that we call, it's just a medicine is really just it's a drug. So if you guys are thinking about gummies or something like that, I have no brand, nobody sponsor me or nothing like that, but that would be a great thing if anybody's out there. It could help you, and also if you have that loved one that is struggling with some pain, it'll help. It doesn't make you feel bad. Back when I was younger, I needed back surgery, didn't have the money to do it, and they just give me Oxycontin like crazy. And now my stomach's messed up. Well, I'm just popping those Oxycontin. The doctor gave them to me. Oh, you get strung out on them. You get addicted to that. Not only that, coming off of them is horrible, but what they do to your system as well as as far as your lining of your gut.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely tore myself up. So the weed, gummies.
Yeah.
Or the infuse or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Think about it.
So, we were at your doctor appointment last week, actually, and I'd actually told my doctor and my cardiologist whenever I started taking gummies, like last year, that I was doing it, and I don't have my medical marijuana card, and I'm just doing it because it's helping, and I would rather do that than take another extra pill on top of everything else, and then see if there's side effects, and then take something to fix the side effects, and so that was the best answer for me. But we were at your appointment, and I told her, I was like, it's legal. I mean,
good thing we don't do the illegal ones though.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all safe.
Yeah, it's all safe.
And yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. You're just
Yeah,
usually you're a fucking wizard. You know it?
a wizard.
Yeah, just a wizard.
What do you mean by a wizard?
I don't know. You just make me happy.
Oh,
You know,
you're so
You're a
sweet.
smile wizard.
Would I have a blue or red, or what color would my hat and
Yeah,
cloak
I
be?
don't. No. God, I need a cloak so bad. I want a cloak. You got
Oh goodness.
we dress up. We go back to Sturgis here in the Buffalo Chick. If you've ever been around us for very long, Steph and I love being in costume. We love the. It gives us
it's
this
like,
alter ego where we turn into something else for a
well,
minute.
we already like don't really give about things. I mean, yes, but no. We have
Fun.
that
We
kind of
have fun.
mentality where
Yeah.
we don't try and let everything stress us
Yeah.
out just when you have to move in 90 days. Anyways,
Yeah,
it kind of gives you like that other, like, just like,
So
fuck it, let's do it, have fun.
from the beginning of our time together, she'd never been to Eureka, Arkansas when I met her.
Eureka Springs.
Eureka Springs. So we go to Eureka
I really
Springs.
don't think I ever went. I don't think my mom and dad were like,
Got it
let's
over
go
there.
to Eureka.
A lot of stuff over there. Just tons of fun. So I was like, have you ever been to New Orleans? She's like, no. And I was like, you ever been to Mardi Gras? She's like, no. And I was like, fuck it. The next year, we've gone back more.
Yeah.
Before you
And
got
it's
sick,
fun
we went
just to
all the
put on
time.
a fun hot pink wig. And
It is. And a dress, a little one stiletto and one platform hill, and you've got a regular circus.
And you're a brand new woman.
Makes me feel like a woman. But, so we've got dressed up. We've done some just amazing, fun, outlandish shit over the years. And we're not stopping. It's just like the Buffalo Chip, it kind of, especially Camp Zero, the Buffalo Chip, you still kind of get some of your bikers,
Brother.
sister,
Just joking, guys.
Okay, anyway. And if I call you
It
brother,
just seems like
they cheapen that word so much by that.
I know. There's really a strong value in brotherhood, and not just men, but sister, like family
Yes.
bonds and good close friends.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
mean,
lot to say for that. So
if I
they
call
actually
you-
did kind of gyp that whole word brother because they make fun of it, and I'm like, brother.
Well, yeah, but I'm not the one that says brother to everybody. If I call you brother,
No.
like we're tied.
Yeah.
You're not going to be my brother.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go back. So the Buffalo Chip. And then we got Camp Zero.
Yeah.
And we love to dress up, be these crazy, whatever the hell we want to do that day. Whatever we feel like. That is the place we're able to do it in the motorcycle culture. Like it's spot on for like that. Holy shit, did you see that moment? And that's what we provide. And that's what we want to do. We love that so much. So it's just means so much to us to be able to do what we do.
Yeah.
And I had some dude the other day come up to me and said, "You still doing that motorcycle thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Well, that pay much?" I'm like, "No,
Well,
but I mean, we're happy."
We don't require a lot to to live off
Yeah.
of either. We don't have a mortgage. We have a little tiny house. We
How
got,
cool is it though that we've
smaller electric, smaller water bill.
smaller, huh?
Yeah, everything's smaller.
Uh,
Joking. Anyway, so it doesn't cost as much for us. We drive older vehicles where we don't have a car payment. However, we have a brand new motorcycle, but that's to help us get out there and enjoy life,
It's
and
my
also
welder.
do this as
It's my tow truck.
a income.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We're so lucky though, and I'm so grateful that we are able to do that because after going through what we've gone through and really thinking about life and how fragile it really is and how time is so little here, and going through sickness, things that we're going through with the land, simultaneously things happen, triggers that set off. This is what makes a lot of people snap, break, and just give up.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, with the economy, the economy's there, guys. I'm seeing things. I don't know anything about politics. I'm not a politician, and I shouldn't even be talking about it, but there's a lot of shit broke. And health care is a trash hole. And then we get into the whole housing crisis right now, where our kids that we've raised are having to just bunk up with 5 or 6 different people to get through.
Afford housing.
Yeah, to get to the next moment, I mean, it's it's a mess out here. And for us to be able to do what we do, though, we're very fortunate. And I'm very happy. And we're just expressing our life in a way that we feel like it's true to y'all, but we're trying to not make it too shitty, and we're not trying to make it too fluffy.
Yeah.
So it's social media, baby. Don't get caught in the web.
In the what?
In the web, the World Wide Web.
Oh, here's you mentioned dressing up in Sturgis. Jason said Elvis. Chevy 79, 1979, Elvis at Tim and Mark accompanied by the Easter Bunny, which was good times.
That was our shit.
And then Ralphie said Channel 69 News.
Oh, man.
I want
Ralphie.
to do Channel 69 News, Rally New News on
Can we do
Channel
it?
69. I don't know if I can do it on the spot.
No, come on.
I gotta channel my inner
Okay.
Anita Longer Dingleberry.
Hang on. Hi, I'm Harry Vane Wienersnitzel here on Channel 69 News at noon, along with my co-host, Anita Longa Dingleberry.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Dang, I nailed it.
You did. You did good.
I should let you open it like you did that one time. 3-time Grammy winner.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. 3-year time, 3, whatever. Yeah.
Wow, I'm really fluent with my tongue and you're not.
Oh.
Okay, so
Okay.
that, if you take a minute and watch me, like whenever I go into character, you'll hear me start talking like this, and I can go with my words like the river flows. But if I turn back into me, I'm just like, yep.
What's that one thing that has a bunch of pages that some people
Yeah.
look at for a long time?
Playboy?
Like a boat?
A boat. So we'll go in these places, and I love doing it when we're out other than the South.
Yeah.
Love the South, always will always be, baby. But we'll get up there somewhere in the north where they don't know what sweet tea is.
Oh, goodness.
Love you guys, though. And I love picking on, y'all pick on me, too.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they pick on me. But anyway, I'll be like, you take looks for pay? I'm checking out. I'm like, what'd you say? I said, you take looks for pay? And they're like, do we take books for pay? I'm like, no, looks. It always gets them great. Give me a sweet tea, baby.
Anything else?
Nope.
You kind of went on a rant. But not a rant, but a soapbox, but then
It was a little bit more than that.
a lot.
Did I ramp it up good?
Let's see. Gears and Gadgets, thanks so much for watching. So jumped on in, feels somber, but congratulations on pushing 100K. That is an achievement. Thank you so much. I was unaware of that. I think we're getting pretty close. 98,000 something. Maybe we might be at 1,000.
You see a number?
I'm not for sure. I think we'd have to log.
I don't know. Thanks, man. I did know that. I knew we were getting close, but I had.
Yeah, I think we're getting close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, though. Gears and Gadgets. I appreciate that. That's another YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked out his
Dang, he goes
platform,
way in
is
depth. Though. This guy,
it's
I mean,
very intriguing. Like
he's
he
very.
doesn't mind to put
But I mean,
anything up to test.
but he goes very deep.
Yeah, and we
Dude,
just fuck off. Sorry.
Bless his.
You're doing amazing. Yeah,
His
you are.
videos though, they're just like in depth. A
98.3.
lot of different shit too, man.
Hey, hey, hey.
98.3.
We are close. 98.3. Thank you guys. So much.
98.3.
Yeah,
the
we are
Ornery
right.
One.
We are getting
We
close.
play all those 70 hits from 1984.
Jesse said that for Sturgis this year, we need to dress up as the Gemstones. If you guys haven't watched that, that is
Baby
very
Billy?
entertaining.
Baby Billy?
It's Baby Uncle Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy.
Mm.
That's what it is. It's said backwards.
Don't go
Um,
misbehaving. I can't think of it, Jesse.
Misbehaving. Mama said not to, but I did it anyway. I don't know how it goes.
Ooh, boy.
Gears and Gadgets, thanks guys. I'm not that good, just all over the map. Squirrel brain. Yeah, that's yeah.
Well,
We
you
can
did pretty
relate to
good.
that. Yeah,
Listen
for
to
sure.
him. Look at him. He's just like, ain't no thing. Dude, I'll tell you what though. Damn social media and YouTube. Ain't that? I mean, just like what we're doing right now. And I gotta say, YouTube, if you're watching, we appreciate you guys. YouTube's a has always had our back and always been good to us. It was a little bit of a learning curve there at first, and I hear a lot of people like, "Dude, I'm gonna be a YouTuber." I'm like, "Poof."
They allowed us to be not monetized, but have memberships, which is a form of monetization. Before the kind of as it rolled out in the beginning of it, and a lot of people weren't able to do the memberships yet, so we had the opportunity, and it really helped us, and we appreciate YouTube. And yeah, we wouldn't have this. I know people complain about like YouTube, like don't do fundraisers or benefits on YouTube because they take a certain percentage. And that is true. They take a little bit higher percentage than some other streaming softwares, but
there's a reason for it too. Though.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have the platform in front of us if it hadn't been for that. So,
but it is a damn mess, y'all. I mean, just to put yourself out there. I mean, in all honesty, because as you guys are watching, tuning in, and chiming in, all of our loved ones and our friends and family and Honorary Ass members, we probably got about 1,500 haters out there watching at the same time. Absolutely just breaking down everything and that they can about what you say, and they will come to you. Believe it or not, there are some of these keyboard warriors and these little turd people that will come to you out, and it's very awkward. It's really brought in the gray, you know.
Yeah.
And but on the flip side, the 10% or 15% of those people that do that, you got the rest of y'all that are coming up being so sweet and so loving. It's just a crazy deal. Yeah.
So sorry, guys. I'm looking at both screens as you're talking, and the whole time you were talking, I know it was probably important, but I just kept thinking about the gemstones.
I was too.
And Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy.
Yeah.
He started a movie. He did a movie, Uncle Baby Billy.
He did a movie.
Yeah, he was building that movie.
Oh yeah.
He needed money.
But this reminds me, we were talking, Ralphie, you have been a member for 52 months.
Dang, you could have had a baby. That's all you got to say. Dang, you could have had
a baby only takes
a turd 9. Baby. Could have had a turd baby.
You could have had a bunch of babies.
She thought it was turd, but it was me. You gotta watch it.
It is a good show that we enjoy.
Well, congratulations, Ralphie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sending you some love in the mail. Expect it any moment now.
Grey Wolf, good to see you guys. I'm glad that you guys tuned in. Y'all have a good night.
See you.
Tell Missy I said hi.
Love you.
Okay, so talk about things that we're gonna dress up as during Sturgis.
I have no idea.
I think that
we don't have time.
WrestleMania, and we should all be different wrestlers. I mean, me and you are going to be New World Order.
Wow, you're into it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You know you're wrestling?
Yeah.
Good. I'll put some moves on me later.
I know Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Let's see, another one. The Bushwhackers.
Snake to Jake.
Snake to Jake.
Jake
the Snake. You said backwards. I said backwards.
Dyslexic. Give me a break.
Yeah. I think we should do WrestleMania, which is a really good documentary that is on
a platform that we can't remember.
Netflix, maybe.
Why doesn't Netflix do a series on us?
Call them up. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Put me on hold.
Yeah, you're going to be on hold for a long time. You're going to be like, I ain't talking to these weirdos.
Put me on hold. Okay, I'll say.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Okay. Baby Billy.
What was really cool, I changed the chat bar over to the side.
Okay, it's been really messy with me.
Sorry. No, I changed it.
So we're looking at 3 screens. So there's one over here, and one in the middle. So you got all this shit going on, which that's why you'll just see me kind of look like this or look down. It is so much. Well, I started getting a tick.
Yeah. Anyways, so I did submit for this live feed to be on YouTube and Facebook, but someone that watches this on Facebook all the time said that she didn't see it. I looked and I didn't see it, so I don't know if we're on Facebook or not, but we are definitely on YouTube. However, the sidebar, I have the option of playing both on this side chat or just the YouTube chat, which actually I like the YouTube chat better because you see the purple numbers off to the side right here. That is like ranked in top fans during this live session. So,
Oh, get out of here. They're always
Yeah.
making it like a game so everybody wants to play.
yeah, so like
How
he's
smart is that?
Grey Wolf has commented the most. I
Yeah.
guess, is
He
how
dropped
you
some
did that.
coin. He ought to get a purple circle.
Purple circle.
Purple oval.
Oh,
That looks like
gosh.
the pill I take for my anxiety.
Oh goodness. All right.
I'm telling you
that's
guys,
just what I
if
wanted
you
to say.
guys were around me in real life, you'd walk away and you'd be like,
You'd be
what
like,
the fuck?
But you only get an hour once a week. if that.
Gigolo. Yo, yo, yo.
Yes.
You remember yo-yos?
Yes.
God, I miss them.
Yeah. I used to be able to. Me and my brother had
No, you
yo-yos
didn't.
all the
You
time.
you rock it,
No,
walk
you
it,
like do it like this
flip
and then
it,
walk the dog,
rock it. Yeah.
and then we could like
Mhm.
roll it down and then do this weird
Yeah,
like triangle thing.
throw it at people's faces.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Bring it back around. Slap you in the eye. You remember getting hit in the eye?
Yeah.
Pop! You're like, Jesus. You're like, what happened? I got yo-yo eye.
Yeah. There was some high dollar yo-yos.
Yeah,
out there. They're
man, let's
not
talk
just
about
like the
yo-yos.
plastic. You know, every once in a while you get this one that had like the LED lights in it that light up also. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were fun.
Oh, yeah, let's get a yo-yo.
Well, Becca said that she's been around you plenty and she's never felt that or said that or thought that.
Thank God. We don't talk enough anyway. Okay.
All right. Sorry, I was just reading comments over here.
Guys, go check out our website. You know, we have some amazing options there that you could bid on. Really mess that one up.
We have a couple of raffles, which actually one we didn't mention is the Spoonster. So in 2 weeks,
I don't want to get rid of it.
In 2 weeks, we are drawing names. We're going to be having like 3 or 4 different raffles that we're going to be drawing all at the same time.
It's going to be stressful.
Next live feed.
Next live feed, we better have our ass somewhere else than here.
I hope, because we leave for Sturgis in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have a week to come back for those 90 days, guys. So, yes, we are moving. As you can see, we're a very lovely, happy couple that deserves everything out there. And what are we going to get?
Ready.
A nice little piece of acre of land in the Ozarks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we get to say, hey, this is our yard and we don't want you trespassing.
Or we could just be like, yo, this is our yard. Plug into the power over there and pee in the funnel. Because we don't have
have
a
sewer
septic.
yet. Okay, we don't have septic. Yeah, that's right.
Peeing in the funnel.
So as you guys can see, if you tuned in late, we're just rambling. We just like to have fun and relax. This is our hour and your hour to just kind of goof off. So all these boxes in the back. We are moving. We are ready for this new chapter, and we will see everyone in Sturgis.
Yeah, sounds great.
Just like that.
Just like that. All right, guys, we're going to sign off. You want to take it away?
You owe me a Coke.
Oh, no, I don't.
I do not want to take it away.
I do not. Be good to one another. Julie Chan Moonbaz.
All right,
Big
guys.
brother.
Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for chiming in and being here with us tonight. No, I'm doing it my own way.
Doing it my way.
We are just a little stressed, as you can see.
I bet they're like, those two are very stressed out. Look at them.
All right, guys. We love you all, and hope everyone had a great 4th of July weekend. And back to work, of course, today. And
that's right, guys. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate all you guys that donated to us, or whatever they call it, whatever. We do appreciate you guys. In all seriousness, we are thinking about Texas. You guys, we love you. So sorry. May God help. We'll close it down. We'll see you guys back on here next Monday at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll be talking about more of what's coming up in our life. Stay tuned. It'll be exciting. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in and chiming in. And like always, you guys stay ornery.
Bye, guys. And Chad, Brandy and Angie. I guess I'm sure it's Brandy and Angie need to stop arguing over the knife and the spoonster. I think they both bought raffle tickets for the knife and the spoonster.
Both very cool. I mean, this is shit you're just never going to see again.
I know.
I mean, what's the world not paying attention to our website for?
Bye, guys.
You can go on there and see all the cool shit.